Andy Saunders, you've announced today that Mansfield Town Football Club is up for sale. How, firstly, was that decision reached?
Basically, after very lengthy discussions and after a board meeting, it was decided to basically put the football club up for sale.
When was that board meeting?
That board meeting was on Tuesday evening.
And why was that decision reached?
It was reached because both myself, Steve Hymas and Steve Middleton felt that we'd actually taken the club as far as we could possibly take it. We'd actually made major commitments into the football club financially, and we come to the point whereby we couldn't really make any further financial commitments to the football club ourselves.
Is there a likelihood that you or any other board member should stay on in any other capacity should a new buyer be found?
I think that's all dependent on who the actual new buyer is. I'd like to feel that both myself and the other directors have got something to offer to any new prospective owners, but obviously that would be dependent on sort of who that person is and whether that person wanted us to stay on the football club in any sort of capacity.
Do you want to stay on?
I think it all depends on sort of the new ownership of the football club. If they want me to stay on, or any other directors stay on, then that's something obviously we'd obviously look at. But I believe that both myself and the two other directors have got things to offer to any prospective owner.
Just to give the supporters an indication as to how much you guys are bankrolling the club, tell us roughly how much money per month you and your two other board members are putting in to maintain this football club.
I think it's been well documented that basically the directors, in particular myself, Steve Hymas and Steve Middleton, have put in an awful lot of money into the football club, and it's taken in the region of about £10,000 a week.
And I take it the £125,000 shortfall promised by Andrew Perry has made your jobs a lot harder.
It's made it more. It's obviously made it a lot more difficult, because basically when someone promises to actually sort of make an investment into the football club and that investment doesn't arrive, it puts us obviously in a more difficult situation. That money was obviously included in budgets that we actually wrote for the start of the season, and it certainly hasn't helped matters at all.
Previously, Andy, not so long ago, you and your fellow board members made an appeal for fresh investment. You appealed to potential investors. Firstly, have you had anyone come forward?
We've had one or two people who've actually shown an interest in that they may be interested in actually putting some money into the football club, and there's some discussions there which have been still ongoing.
Are they still ongoing?
Yeah, there's one or two there which are actually still ongoing, yes.
So what do you do now that you're not only looking for fresh investment, but you're looking for a takeover?
Yeah, basically, the investment that we were looking at was, quite small, and what we really need was obviously a larger investor to actually come into the club. That at this moment in time hasn't been forthcoming, so we've taken the view that, because myself, Steve Hymas and Steve Middleton, cannot sort of really support the club any further than what we have done, we feel that it's in the best interest of the football club to put the football club up for sale.
Would it be prudent to say how much a takeover would cost?
Not quite sure, Mark. Can't really answer that question.
What's the financial state of the club now, Andy? Because if you're going to put a business or a company or a club, as in this case, up for sale, it gives the indication, doesn't it, that perhaps we're financially unstable. Is that the case?
I think the situation is that at this moment in time we're sitting third in the Blue Square Premier. It's probably the best time to actually sort of sell the football club. Yes, and I'll only reiterate what I've already said. The club is in need of someone else to actually take it further on. The club needs to be back into the Football League where we should be, and hopefully there'll be someone out there who will be listening to this or will hear about this, who will be in a position to sort of step forward and buy the football club.
What would your message be to any potential buyers watching this, Andy?
pick the phone up, speak to myself, speak to Steve Hymas, or speak to Steve Middleton, and we'll listen to anybody.
And as importantly, your message to the supporters.
My message to the supporters is that we're still behind the football club. All the fans out there have supported the club, fantastically well since the start of the season, and all that would say is, still back us to the hilt, because basically this football club is bigger than any other person.
As three supporters of this football club, yourself and Messrs Hymas and Middleton, as fans, how hard has this decision been?
It's been very, very difficult indeed, because I've supported the club since 1966. And the two Steves have supported the club, a little bit shorter than that. Yes, it comes a very, very difficult and very hard decision, but for the benefit of the actual football club, we actually believe this is the actual way forward.
Anything else you'd like to add, Andy?
No, as I say, it's been a very, very difficult day, both for myself, both for Steve Hymas and Steve Middleton. And as I say, looking forward to new ownership of the football club. I'm sure any prospective owner can actually sort of drive this football club forward back to where it should be, back into the Football League.
And you'll keep us updated, won't you?
We will obviously keep you updated of anything that arises.
Andy Saunders, the current chairman of Mansfield Town Football Club. Thank you.
Thank you.